Due to the other video, there were some slightly changes in the prep show programming. Alright? So, this video is about why it's important to explain to your child that they are mixed. This is also important so that people who are not mixed have a reference to point to go with in case they marry out of their race and have little mixed babies. This is very fucking important, so you should probably sit down and take a load off. I'll try to keep it under 10 minutes, but I won't promise you because I've had a long life. I'm 50 fucking years old. I am sorry for swearing, so this video is no longer for children. But it's for you adults so that you can understand what your child's going to go through as a mixed person. Alright, so I'm not biracial, I'm multiracial. Let me begin. My mom's dad was mixed with black and white. My mom is white presenting. My mom's mom is adopted and mixed with native and black, or she's all native. We're not sure. So it's going to be kind of hard to do my genealogy on her side. I'm working on my connecting journey also. And my dad's dad was black. My dad's mom was native, possibly half native, but definitely native. My grandma's mom on my dad's side is native, and she was from Charles City. So I got people helping me down there, and when I get to go down there, we'll figure everything out. I have to go and check my 23andMe. I gave them about 2 weeks, and I just haven't had time to get online and check the shit out because I want to know what my haplogroup is and my phenotype. And amazingly enough, Ancestry does not do that shit. So now I had to get a second opinion. So now I need to know because phenotypically, people have thought that I was Mexican, but Mexicans are also Native American. So we're gonna work in that. We're gonna work in that order when I get the chance. So if you are a person who is mixed or having mixed children, then your children will experience some prove yourself moments. And I call them prove yourself moments because when I was in the grade kindergarten, I didn't know I was mixed. I thought I was black and just got lucky with the hair. Until my mom had to come to school and everybody could see that my mom was white. This is when I got the realization my mom's not black. But the joke's on them. My mom is white presenting. She's not white, but she's whiter than all of my friends' white moms, who are actually white people. And that's been a thing. So they never saw my dad because my dad only came during the summertime to pick me up. He came to one school event when I was breakdancing, where he came to two school events because I think he seen me play Tiny Tim in like the fourth grade, and then I think he seen me breakdancing in the fourth grade. Not gonna swear to it, just know I was in the fourth grade. So, as a child, I had a crush on a girl named Lily and a girl named Sody. Both of these young ladies are black. Both of these young ladies was high yellow like me, but we didn't have the same hair structure. I had curly hair, and they had whatever hair they had. It wasn't bad hair. It wasn't my hair. It wasn't like my big sister's hair. It wasn't like none of my younger sister's hair. It was just, I guess, normal black people hair. I don't know what the fuck you call it. It wasn't nappy. Their hair was always done spectacularly, but it wasn't like white people straight or Asian people straight. These young ladies tormented me in like the first or the second grade because I can't remember which grade we were in. But Lily and Sony both told me I wasn't black. You know, I wasn't really catching that because, like, back in kindergarten and first grade, I still wasn't fucking aware of what the fuck mixed was. You know, I'm just trucking along through school, and maybe by the time I hit the third grade, half breed became a thing, zebra became a thing, and people wouldn't stop calling me that shit. And to that a credit, I owe Sherman Hemsley, aka George Jefferson. Now, don't get this wrong. I don't take this personally against Sherman Hemsley, but his character George Jefferson did not make my life any easier. No, because God only knows how many times he called Helen Willis and Tom Willis's daughter. I think her name was Jenny. I'm not going to swear to it. Please go Google the Jeffersons. They kept calling her a zebra. So when I would come to school, I was called a zebra. And on top of all that shit, in the third grade, there was a fucking race war. It went from the third grade to the fourth grade. I failed the fourth grade, so I was in the fourth grade twice. The kids, man, half breed this, half breed that. We don't want you on our kickball team because you're a half breed. Yeah, we don't trust you when we talk about things because you're a zebra. We don't trust you because you're a half breed. Half breed, half breed, half breed. Zebra, zebra, zebra. Now be a kid and fucking hear that shit all the goddamn time. Then tell me I don't have the right to identify as being mixed after all the shit I've been through over the last 50 years of my life. And you would think that it would get better, but it didn't, because when the white kids planned the rumble, they wouldn't tell me because they thought I was going to go tell the black kids. When the black kids planned the counterattack, they wouldn't tell me because they thought I was going to run and tell the white kids because they didn't know whose unity I had. And then it got to the point where they was like, well, you ain't on anybody's side. We don't want you. We don't want you. And it kind of made it difficult to keep friends. And then a couple of guys were like, you know what, man? Whose side are you on? Because it went from we don't want you to whose side are you on? And I said, well, y'all motherfuckers don't want me, so I'm on one person's side. My side. If you white, you try to fight me, I'm going to fuck your shit up. If you black and you try to fight me, I'm going to fuck your shit up. And that's pretty much how it was. Now, outside of school, I got mixed breed a lot. You know, yeah, you're half breed, you're half breed. And they knew that shit burnt me the fuck up. And I think it burnt up every mixed kid that I knew. That people would keep calling us half breed, or you're mixed breed, or you a mutt, or some shit like that. Mutt I didn't take too badly, but fucking half breed drove my ass insane. Mixed drove me insane. Because I didn't fucking know I was mixed until I got to fucking school. When you are raising your kid at home, and this is important, it's probably the most important thing, before that kid goes to fucking kindergarten, or first grade, or fucking pre-start, or whatever the fuck you call it these days, you need to have a talk with your child. You need to point your son in a chair, put him in a chair, or your daughter, and tell them, look at your mama. Let's say, like in my case, if the flawlessly beautiful and dangerously sexy Zeta Zhang was the mother of my children, I don't have children, Zeta, that's an open invitation. If we have a daughter, I'm afraid the daughter looks more like her in skin tone and all. So we have a daughter, and I said, look at your mother. Your mother is Chinese. Look at me. I am part black, I am part native, I am part white. So now you have 4 races within you. You are Chinese, you are black, you are white, and you are native. So technically, she would be definitely mixed, but phenotypically, we'd have to see what the fuck she looks like when she's born. And I would say the same thing if I had a son. But I would point out the fact that his mom and I don't look nothing alike. So that's something I didn't get at home because my mom looked white. I didn't see her as a white lady, I saw her as my mom. My grandmother's darker than my mom. But my mom is the lightest of all of my grandmother's children. So we're like, okay. But my grandfather, he was also white presenting until he died. He didn't turn my color until he died. He literally presented as white. Until he died, he looked like a white man with a tan. That's it. My mom was like a white woman who just can't fucking tan. If I had my mom's color, man, I'd be the baddest motherfucker on the planet. So my mom has 7 of us. My sister and I, we were high yellow. The sister under me is off-white, just like my mom, only not as light as my mom. The sister under her is brown. The sister under her is brown. The brother under her is off-white, just like the sister under me. The sister under him, is brown. Now on my dad's side, my other 2 brothers, they look like they are black people. They're mixed too. That's my dad's mixed. Which makes their dad mixed. Which is why some of their children resemble me because it doesn't resemble them. And it's like a generational thing. Like all of my dad's family. Some of them look black, but some of them have native features in the face, but dark skin, because my granddaddy was a dark man. Some of them are light skinned and have native features in the face. But all of the first generation's children, which is us, all of the girls, and maybe one or two guys, myself included, you can tell that we're mixed. Some of us don't look mixed at all. But most of us, like my cousin Sherry, she looks mixed. I look mixed. Her brother Bruce Jr. doesn't really look mixed. He has mixed features in the face, though. But his skin tone is darker than mine, and he has the black people's hair. But it's good black people's hair. It's not like wool patch black people's hair. Don't ask how that works, and please don't take that shit insultingly if you are a black person, because you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. So, then, like, my Aunt Phyllis kids, they all look black, because their daddy's black. So, you know, they all look black. Except for, like, I think the oldest son is the lightest of them all. And then the three under him is dark, and the younger sister's dark. Same with my cousin Pee Wee. Both of her children look black because their daddy is black. Alright? You see, our family has, like, really fucking expanded their fucking game of who they're fucking. My Aunt Teen's kids all look black because all of their daddies were black. My Uncle Robert Henry's kids all look black because their mother is black. Alright? My dad and my Uncle Bruce stepped out of the black frame and started dating people who were mixed, and they didn't know it. I believe my Aunt Lorraine is mixed. I don't know what she's mixed with, but hello, Aunt Lorraine. I know you're not watching, but anyway. I know my mom's mixed. My mom is white presenting all fucking day long. But it was like my dad and Uncle Bruce were the only two who kind of had a thing for light women. I also found out that shit is genetic, because I have a thing for light women. I do have a thing for Asian women versus black women, but there's two sides to that. I have mostly been treated badly by black women all my life. With that, you're not black enough for us. You're never going to be black enough for us, which goes back to Lily and Sony, which kept telling me I'm not black enough. And I didn't pick up cussing really bad until that happened, and then I never been able to stop cussing. But when I started dating white girls, I didn't really have too many fucking problems outside of their parents. Why you dating that half-breed? You know? Then I had a white girl break my heart real bad. Her name was Amy. And she brought her new boyfriend onto my porch. Excuse me. Wrong girlfriend. Right girlfriend, wrong story. She brought her new boyfriend onto my job. The black girl in Smithfield brought her new boyfriend onto my porch. So, hey, old age, man. Sometimes your stories collide. Anyway, I apologize for that. It was a misstep. I'm not going to delete this video and start all over, though. And I'm over 10 minutes, so sorry. As I got older, it was like only white girls would give me the time of day. Black girls would not give me the time of day. The one black girl that I really wanted, the only reason I didn't mess with her was because I'm a loyal motherfucker and I was dating somebody else who was in another city, who happened to be the girl who put the black guy on the porch. So, yeah. And we started dating before I left that year, so when I came back, you know, we'd be on for the summertime romance. Yeah, that was a bad idea. Don't get into long-distance relationships. It's really bad for you. So anyway, between going to school and coming home to the projects, and then going to Prospect every now and again and meeting other black kids who literally only picked on me for 3 reasons. Mixed, short, random shit. Because I don't know if you would just count ugly by itself, but it wasn't just because I was ugly, it was other things involved. And, you know, didn't have any friends. And as I got older, it went from didn't having any friends to you ain't getting pussy like the rest of us. I'm sorry if I've offended anybody with that, but that's what the fucking shit was. You ain't getting pussy like the rest of us. You can't score pussy. Girls don't look at you. And they weren't wrong. I wasn't getting any pussy. But I also couldn't convince a black girl to touch me, let alone look at me. So it just went that way. I have had 1 or 2 black girlfriends that were good for me, but they moved. So when they moved away, it was like, okay, So that being said, I started messing with white girls, and I didn't have a problem, and got through high school, and the white girl that brought the boy to the job. Other than that, I was doing pretty good, you know. But everywhere in school, it was always half breed, Tonto, Juan Julio, Zebra. So a lot of that came from the Jeffersons, Sanford and Son, Good Times. If there was ever anybody on it, it was mixed. There was a name on that, but I couldn't remember because I think it was like a time when JJ became white or some shit. But my memory is a little twisted on that. But definitely Sanford and Son, definitely the Jeffersons, where they had shit like that with mixed people in the show being called zebras and shit like that. So in closing, sit your child down. Explain to them the truth that, your mom and your dad, we ain't the same fucking race. We the same species and we're both human. But your mom's cultural history is throwing stars, daggers, and knives, and people who can fly in black outfits. My history are people who came from chains and also with feathers in their head and shot with bows and arrows and fought with tomahawks. You need to explain to your child where they come from. And I left off the white part because I didn't want to say also other half of my family probably lynched one half of my family, you know. But I did bring up the battle stuff. But you need to tell your child when they're mixed before they go to school. When they get about 5 years old, they're probably not going to understand it still, but at least they'll be slightly prepared for the shit. So that way they won't come to school like, hey, zebra. And now I got to go home and ask my mom, hey, mom, what's a zebra? And parents, they so damn dumb. Here's an encyclopedia. Go look up a zebra. You go look up a zebra. It's a horse with fucking stripes. No, mom, I'm not that kind of zebra. And like, well, what the fuck you talking about? Then we'll be watching Jeffersons. Hey, Tom, how's that zebra daughter of yours? Ah, they're mixed. So make sure you tell your kids that they're mixed. Don't fuck them up and make them worse than I was. Thank you for watching. I'm Echo Fan Grey Wolf. Be seeing you.